All right, we're back with another pick'em video. It is Saturday, December 6th in the NBA. We have a 7-game slate, so kind of a sweet spot, but there was a lot of games yesterday. Definitely some injury news you still have to wait for. But with that all said, I still got some plays that I'm liking, and that's what I'm running with you guys for today. So before that, we're going to go to the recap, yesterday's video picks like we always do. And of course, like the video, subscribe if you are new, comment something down below. We are going to give away a free month of the Discord for the commenters last time. I'm going to do that again because I love reading your guys' comments, and you guys showed up for sure. So someone's getting a free month of Discord today, and then I'll do it again on my next video for people that comment in this video. So let's get into the recap so we can hop into plays for Saturday. And it's been a while, but we did have a losing day yesterday, minus 0.8 units, nothing crazy. We didn't get crushed. But yeah, we have been on a big streak. The streak ends at 26 and 13. We even attack, plus money plays a lot. So if you're new around here, I recap my wins, my losses. We were on a run, but there's no more run anymore. That starts a new run today. But let's talk about the losers real quick. Honestly, not mad about any of the reads we had. Paolo, I didn't expect to actually play 20 minutes. He didn't even miss a month of time. They acted like this guy came back from a 4-month injury. This was a 1-point game. They ended up winning the game, and again, they played pretty well without Paolo anyway. But he literally gets capped at 20 minutes. To be totally honest, I was expecting 25 minutes. I wasn't expecting anything crazy in terms of minutes, but 20 minutes exactly in a 1-point game, I expect him to play just a tiny bit more. He ends with 8. So the read, not horrible. He rebounded well. Ends up with 2 assists, 7, or do you have 7 rebounds? No, 6 rebounds. So yeah, ends with 8 rebounds, assists. Again, not the end of the world. And then Kawhi Leonard over 2.5 threes. This is the plus 150 play. We only threw 0.7 units on it. He does end with 2, but he shot 9 threes. And I said, hey, if he shoots 7, 8, 9 threes, I'll be totally happy with this thing. And he just shoots a bad percentage. A lot of threes go up against the Memphis Grizzlies, and he just couldn't knock them down for us. But again, the looks were there. I don't hate the read. And then our last loser, Mark Williams, they did get crushed. I will say that. He played, his plus-minus didn't look very good in the time on the court. He plays 17 minutes total. He played 3 minutes in the second quarter and none in the fourth quarter. And we lose on the hook. He ends with 10 points exactly. So even in a tough matchup, again, kind of another one where I'm expecting 24 minutes, not 17. If he gets a couple extra minutes there, I think he can get there for us, which was unfortunate. But that's going to happen. We would take the L's on the chin here. Got to celebrate the little wins here, too. Miles Turner over his 19.5 PRA. He had 19 points alone in this game, ends up with 24-something PRA. Didn't do much of anything else, but does get there. And then Dylan Harper, luckily didn't go to his points. I didn't really like his his scoring potential here, but he's been rebounding, he's been assisting. He ends with 10 rebounds and assists for plus money cash. So that's the recap of the losing day. Again, I think I'm one of the most transparent people on here. I'll show you the entire year as well. We are still up 11.36 units. We have been crushing the NBA. Again, these are only 50-50 plays. I've tracked every single play I've given out on YouTube. And if you want access to all of my plays, not just the YouTube video picks, you do get those early in the Discord. But yeah, get any play that I play, any slip that I put out, you get it in the Discord, and I'm giving away for 50% off. And again, I'm just giving free months to commenters now. I might start doing that as a daily thing because I really love reading those comments. But let's get into the video picks for today. I know that's what you guys are here for. And let's get some winners for you guys. Nothing too crazy, probably not 5 plays today, more like the sweet spot of like 3. So jumping into our first play here, it's going to be an under, and it's going to be Jalen Duren of the Detroit Pistons. And it's one of those games that I kind of look for when I'm searching for unders. It's a back-to-back situation, and it's more than a 10-point spread. It's a 12.5-point spread. And we're looking at a big man here who hasn't been hitting this line with Jaden Ivey and Tobias Harris, excuse me, active in the lineup. So we got a potential for him to lose minutes is essentially what we're getting at here. But you can see games going with Tobias Harris, going with Jaden Ivey, both these guys back in the game or back in the lineup. And we do see he's only over this in 1 of 7 games. Gets a little bit less offensive opportunity with these guys in the lineup. Loses about a shot per game and also loses a little bit of usage. But he's been right under this line in a lot of these games, and they've been close games. 6-point game, 4-point game, 1-point game, 3-point game, 5-point game. A lot of these games have been close. He just hasn't been getting over his line. And now they get the Bucks, who just came. Giannis got hurt. Played 3 minutes in the last game they played against him. This was that game, by the way. He only scored 8 points. But Giannis gets hurt in that game, 3 minutes in, and the Pistons were up like 20 points, and they end up blowing that lead and losing that game. This could be one that the Pistons come out here and absolutely crush these guys. Again, 12.5-point spread. Is Duren scoring 20 points in the first half? I highly doubt it. I don't see any reason why he would dominate this matchup. They got better opportunities from the 3-point line, better opportunities outside the paint. They do lock the interior down a little bit better. 18th ranked in terms of restricted area, so if Duren's getting dunk, he might hurt us there. If he gets the free throw line a whole bunch, which he's been knocking it down, at a better clip than he usually does, I will say. But I think they got better options. And again, I think this is going to be a minutes play where he doesn't get a ton of time because hopefully this is a blowout. That's one of the games that, you don't always root for a blowout, but this is one that I wouldn't really mind that. He doesn't have a most amazing matchup. Other guys, I think, are going to be able to burn them. Cade Cunningham is a pretty good matchup here. He can get shooters involved. And just centers have not been playing well against this team overall. 40% of centers have gone over their lines. The last guys that play actually like Duren have not been going over their lines. So I think it's just a tough matchup for him. I like the avenue for the under, especially with Tobias Harris, Jaden Ivey, and all these guys active. Minus 125 on BetMGM for the first play, under 19.5 points for our boy Duren. And I know people love to see the head-to-head. He's actually played these guys twice already this year. He's gone under in both games, and both these games are without Giannis. And he also only played 27 and 26 minutes in these games, and they were both relatively close. So I think, especially after the embarrassing loss the Bucks gave the Pistons last time, I think these guys are going to be able to come out here, hopefully win this game by a lot. Duren loses even more minutes. He can also get in foul trouble pretty quick. There's just a lot more avenues to his under, I believe. His matchup's not, ideal for him to be the main scorer. I just think there's a lot of more avenues for him to get under this line than for him to go over with the foul trouble he already puts himself in, with the potential for other guys being in better spots offensively, with Jaden Ivey and Tobias Harris being back, with the minutes potential losing some minutes in a blowout spot. So yeah, I like this spot a lot. Again, that's always up to you guys, but minus 125, under 19.5. for Duren. Jumping to play number 2, it's going to be another under. I apologize. Usually I go to a lot of overs, to be totally honest. But I like the under for Thompson. 5.5 assists. Under is plus 115, so we're getting some good value here. And he's pretty much a hit or miss guy. And if you go to the pattern, he probably might go over today. But I like the potential for the under for a lot of reasons, honestly. A lot of guys are in this position just not going over against their line, which is a good spot. But they're also very good at defending the three-point line, especially assists coming to the three-point line. And that's where a lot of his assists come from. I was just looking at where he gets his assists. First of all, Sengun is his number 1 assist target, and Sengun is questionable in this game, so that's a good thing if Sengun actually ends up not playing in this thing. But even if he does, you can see where he gets a lot of his assists. A lot of them are coming from the three-point line. I think more of them are definitely coming from the three-point line rather than the rim. So this is a team that is a little bit worse interiorly defending the rim. AD is back. We'll see if those numbers start changing. But he's just getting a lot of assists from the three-point line. And again, they're just a very good team at defending that area. So these handoffs or getting people off screens, wherever it might be, is going to come a little bit harder today. And we can actually see how he's gone up against other teams that defend this area well, play this type of defense where they probably switch on screen plays and, guys aren't going to be able to come off and get wide open for a nice three that Amma can find him for. And we can see in those matchups, teams that defend that area do not allow a lot of assists above the break threes. He's under this a lot more often than over. He's only averaging 3.7 assists on this line in a spot like this. And the potentials are also pretty low, 7, 3, 11, 7 on a 5.5 line. Pretty good spot here on attacking the under, especially at a minus 115 value. So I'm liking that. That's going to be tougher to get. Can he get some at the rim? Absolutely. But without Sengun, he definitely turns in a little bit more of a scorer. We can actually just see the one game he played without Sengun today, or in this season. He had 1 assist, and he only had 3 potentials in 32 minutes against the Suns. And he scored very well in that game. He had 31 points. It became much more of a scorer. If Sengun sits, again, he's got a great matchup to score some points. So if you don't like the Thompson under, maybe go to his points over. But it's all speculative anyway. Sengun could absolutely go out there and play. He missed yesterday's game with the illness. Maybe it was even just a rest game for him. And the illness has been definitely taking people. Whenever they get the illness tag, they're out for at least 1 game. And he could absolutely come back. But if he doesn't, I like the spot for him because Sengun's his number 1 assist target. And he turns into absolutely more of a scorer. Even if Sengun does play, though, again, they got AD back. Their weak interior defense probably gets a little bit better. There's still that defensive perimeter team that makes it harder for easy ones on the perimeter. It's a back-to-back spot for guys' legs. Maybe they're not as under them as they used to be, or they usually are. So I'll take my the chances on the under 1.5 or 5.5 assists plus 115 value. Pretty good payout on a play that's he's already under this in 45% of games, and now he's got a difficult matchup to do what he usually does. And now for the giveaway. Going to do this live just so everyone knows I'm being completely honest. Got the link for the last video. I want to go to YouTube giveaway wheel. There we go. And we're going to see random comment picker. We're going to go right here, enter the URL, see what it does. We want 1 winner. We want to not include replies, and we want to pick we want unique authors. I think that means just like no duplicate users. Yeah, we want that on. I can't tell if it's on or not. There we go. So pick a random comment. This guy's going to get a, okay, well, this always comes up. No thanks. So here it is. You are awesome, bro. Thank you, Christian. You get a free month of the Discord. So comment something down below in this one. Say, hey, I won the giveaway, and I will get in touch with you to give you that link for your free month. And again, we're doing that again to the next video. So comment something today to get access to this giveaway. Love reading your comments. I appreciate everyone. Christian, you're awesome. Moving into our third and final play. It's our only over, and it's going to be Kawhi Leonard on a back-to-back. I know people are going to probably hate this line, but Kawhi's been great. 61.5% of games, he's over this 23.5 point line, and he's got a great matchup to score some points today. They don't allow a whole bunch of threes. He hasn't been making his threes anyway. 1 of 7 shooting here. We went to his threes yesterday. 2 of 9 shooting there. If he can knock down some of them, great, but he doesn't need to rely on them. He can absolutely rely in the mid-range where he's a little bit more comfortable. He can get to the free throw line, transition, pick and roll, ball handler. All top 3 ways he scores are great matchups for this guy to do it. And he's been doing it consistently. Again, back-to-back situation. Not too scary because he did have a back-to-back already this season, and he played pretty well in that game. 30 points against the Dallas Mavericks, 29 minutes, which is right around what he usually plays in a 4-point loss. So Kawhi maybe doesn't play 35 minutes today. It is a 10-point spread, but they're coming off a loss against the Grizzlies. These guys got to turn the season around at some point, and this is a great matchup for Kawhi just to get into his bag and actually start scoring some points. Pull up 56% of his shots. They're very weak to that. That just means they're a good, spot-up defense, good team defense overall, and they'll make you take you one-on-one, and Kawhi's going to, thrive in a situation like that, I think. Now, the past 2 years, he's played literally 2 back-to-backs total. I just showed the one from this year. Last year, he also went over. So he's not going to, get 40 minutes in this one, I don't think, unless it's some overtime game. But they need to turn the season around. They have to start winning this season because they don't even have their pick. They have no incentive to lose, and Kawhi's been great in any matchup. A lot of these matchups are tough ones. He's got a great one today individually, and I think he can put the ball in the basket, barring any sort of crazy blowout, and then he plays 20 minutes. So Kawhi, he's a tough guy to trust, especially in a back-to-back situation, but the matchup here is kind of too good to pass up on. So 23.5 points for Kawhi. Hopefully he can get the job done for us. So that'll do it. Only 3 plays in this one. Not the best slate in the world. A lot of back-to-backs for these teams. And we're going to some, honestly, looking at these plays, people are not going to like these. Jalen Duren, stud, under his 19.5 points, minus 125. We're taking the plus money on another studs under. Thompson under his assists, 5.5 plus 115. And then Kawhi Leonard, a tough guy to trust, especially in a back-to-back situation. He just has a great matchup, 23.5 points. Let me know if you're fading me today, because just looking at these, I know people are not going to like them. But I stayed tried and true. The numbers don't lie, and we're up on a lot of the season. So not a lot of the season. We're up in the entire season, 11.36 units too. So we're, I think, one of the best people on YouTube. I always will say that. I'm pretty confident in that. And again, the transparency, I think, is you're not going to get transparency like this on a lot of other places. And if you're not getting the transparency, you shouldn't believe those guys, because some people are good at selling themselves, and they aren't good at the actual picks. So Jalen Duren, Thompson, Kawhi Leonard, the 3 plays for today. Let me know what you guys are doing in the comments down below. And again, that makes you eligible for the giveaway in the next video. And just a reminder, Christian, you won the giveaway. Hit me up in the comments down below to claim that prize. And that will do it for me in this one. So thanks for watching. Like always, like the video, comment something down below to get into the giveaway, but also just love reading your comments, and subscribe if you are new. If you got to this point in the video, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. My Discord is down below as well if you want access to all my plays. We're up 118 units in November, 82 units in October. We started out December on a downtrend, I will say, where we were due for some regression. We've been killing it, and we had a good day yesterday, and we got a bunch of stuff waiting for Sunday to hopefully cash. So we continue to cook over there. So access to all my plays and a fun community. 50% off your first month, $10 for your first month, practically giving this thing away. And again, there's limited uses for that code down below. So definitely take advantage of it while you can. Check out Props Madness. That was a tool I was using all throughout the video. Check out any of the other links to get some free money when signing up for PrizePicks, Underdog, Dabble, Betr, any of those links down below. And you get free money for signing up using my code, so mine as well. And it's a good way to support the channel. And I'm babbling at this point, so I'll let you guys go. Good luck with all your plays. Potentially, we'll see you tomorrow. I usually don't make a video on Sunday for the NBA because I'm focused on football, and I know most other people are as well. But if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you Monday, and we'll announce the winner of the giveaway and all those good things, and hopefully get back on track. After a losing day, we haven't had one of those in a while. 0.8 units, nothing too crazy. But let's win some money today. Good luck. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. And I just realized I was fiddling with this the entire time I was doing that, and you guys probably heard me just doing this. So yeah, my bad.